Hello and welcome to this next conversation on the second act. And here we talk about what nobody tells you about reinvention in your 50s. Reinvention as a word sounds to be very interesting and very empowering for people, but there are certain things that nobody tells you about. And here in this podcast, on this conversation, we're going to discuss all those various things that people don't tell you about, what I learned in my journey. This is peculiar to me. This is something which I learned on my journey. For example, one of the things that I learned is all the people that you considered as your friends, some of them will not even pick up your calls after you move out. That your designation that you hold in the organization stays as long as you're in the organization. The moment you walk out of the door, a lot of people are just going to forget you and things change, right? Nobody tells you that, when you don't have a place to go, you might have to start working like I had to from a Starbucks. So there are many things that happen in this journey, and all those interesting things I'm going to discuss with you so that you're forewarned. I wish somebody had done something like this, a video like this, which was very practical and shared it with me when I began my journey. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to share with it for the benefit of you all. 50s, it sounds to be interesting. Everybody has this idea of, I want to do something, but to take that step you feel very scared. Why are you so scared? Is because you're used to a particular way of life, right? If I'm for 30 years used to a particular way of life, it is not easy if I'm in that comfort zone to completely start from the fresh, start something. And this is something that I learned time and again in these 9 years of my journey, that reinvention, constant reinvention. Reinvention is not a one-time job, it's a constant process that you're reinventing. So all that and what nobody tells you about. The first thing that you will face is these emotional hurdles that will come on your way. And what are those emotional hurdles? The first emotional hurdle will be, am I too old for this? Is 50 the right age? I had this question. Is this the right age? Should I have done this in my 20s or my 30s? That was the right time to do this, to become an entrepreneur. In 50, am I being crazy? And everybody who I spoke to, all the well-wishers said, Sanjay, you've just got 10 years to go. After you retire, you can do anything you want to do. But why the hell now? Why only just 10 years? Just relax. You have got a good paycheck. You have got perks. You have the corner cabin. Everything is going right. Wait for 10 more years and then do whatever you want to do in life. And I had this question in me that, what do I know that after 10 years will I have the energy to do anything more in my life? And will that be the right age? And secondly, who tells you that any job is secure? And I was also warned by my friends that, once you lose your job, once you get out of your job at 50, it's going to be impossible to find a job. And that's true, right? Ageism is real. People are finding it difficult. Many people are pushed out. They don't even have a choice. They are pushed out of their jobs. So all these things are there. So there was the self-doubt. Am I too old to begin this journey? But I think there is no age to begin any journey that you want to do in life. That's my one big learning of this 9 years. If I have to share with you, there is no such thing as age. In your 20s, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and as long as your body allows you, even your 60s and 70s, you can begin anything that you want to start. There is also fear of judgment, the judgment of family, the friends, and all the people, all the well-wishers that you think about. And I say that, there is this term called Kuch to log kahenge and logo ka kaam hai kehna. You have heard this song, right? This is exactly what it is. It's your journey. It is your life. People are going to say something. Whether you do this or you don't do this, people are going to say this. Why do you want to get into a startup, co-found a startup at the age of 50? Is this the right age to do it? And we were like, look, actually we look like fools. When we used to go to these, the venture funding guys, and we used to go to those people, and, here the entire co-founding team was about the age of 50, and, people used to look at us, you guys, you should be advising us what to do, So we did look like, we are above the age of that, the 20s and 30s when people begin this kind of a co-founding startup. So there is this fear of big judgment that is always there. And the important thing, other emotional hurdle, is leaving your comfort zone. As I said, the first thing is I had to get out, from that office to starting to work in Starbucks. all the and after that working in a co-working space, all the founders and the staff sitting in one small cabin. I mean, we were not used to this. I was not used to this. I was used to the perks, right? And suddenly all the perks gone, the canteen gone, everything gone, and here you are starting afresh. So, and starting afresh, anything in life requires stamina, right? We all know that. And during this time, that physical and mental energy that you need to also take self-care. And what happens is many times we forget to take this self-care, and then we land up into health challenges. And as you are moving into your 50s and 60s, yes, you can face your health challenges. I learned the hard way. Few months I was absolutely bedridden, so I was out of completely not, being able to do anything. So there was a lot of learning out there. And there are financial considerations, because the reality is the paycheck will stop. Yes, the paycheck stops. And the paycheck is like a drug that you're used to for for whatever that period of time that you have been. That monthly paycheck becomes literally like a drug that you get used to. And suddenly when you does stop, you do have the withdrawal symptoms, because on the month begins, there's nothing ringing into your bank account, right? And that's going to happen possibly. So your first fear is that big one, but responsibilities are still there. Bills have still to be paid. Things have to still be taken care of. How the hell are you going to do it? Prepare for it. Prepare for it. If you're in your 50s, I'm sure you've got your 20, 30 years to prepare for it. Whatever age it is, you need to prepare for it. You need to build your cushion. You need to do all those things. And I've shared that in some other videos. But you need to do your budgeting exercise properly. And then there are hidden rewards of this reinvention. And what I'll share with you, what's happened with me, is reconnecting with my purpose. What is my purpose? I used to love to stand on the stage and share my ideas in school. I participated in every elocution contest. I participated in every debate. And it was not for the awards. I just loved the stage. I just love to share ideas. And in my school time, I would go into small shops and work in them in the vacations, just to learn the art of business, the art of conversation, the art of selling. All that used to excite me. And being independent and being on my own was something that used to excite me, and which I had completely forgotten about. And that it reconnected back to my purpose. And this was the most beautiful finding. And then it builds resilience in you. Resilience. When I started, when things happened, people had warned me, this thing can fail, and it did fail. Things failed. We had to start from the beginning. We had to pivot multiple times our startup, and then the money ran out, and I had to again begin from the scratch. So all this did happen, but what it taught me is ability to fall down and to get up from when you fall down. This is an important thing to learn, because we have always told that failures are bad, right? We have always been advised that failures are bad. In fact, failures are the best things that happen, because from there, what I learned helped me in my next journey. So this ability to fall down, to get up from, and so you can get up from when you fall down, that's another important skill that you need to learn. The resilience to stay on course. And very important thing is, what happens is you find your community, the right people. Very important. There were people who those people who told me, Sanjay, you're only cut out for a corporate job. You cannot do this. You cannot become an entrepreneur. It's not there in your blood. You cannot do it. So many people told me the markets out there are very bad. And not that they were kind of, coming from a wrong place from where they were perhaps advising me, but you need to bring in the right. Today I have a right community, the right team that, that works with me. So you need to bring in the right voices that are going to support you on your journey to success, support you on this journey. And when difficult times who are going to be there, I'm going to hold you and tell you, Sanjay, don't worry, this happens. Get up and move move ahead. And the mental and emotional growth that has happened in the last 9 years, I don't think so I could have got that in any other place, in any other kind of a job, if I have to really look at it. Yes, nothing wrong with the job. That was a journey. It was an important journey. But whatever this journey has been, the 50, it's mentally stimulating. It's something which I have learned. So many things I have grown. So many places where I have grown. Imagine this ability when the COVID struck and there was nothing, no business out there. and I decided I wanted to do 10 short films. I wanted to make films on good, and there was no budgets, no team, absolutely no way to do it because you're sitting at home. We did use the concept of jugaad. I started by sending out a mail to a few people. The funds came in, the team happened, and we did make those 7 short films, the Heroes of India project, which is there on YouTube. And these films have been acknowledged. And so the point is, I have written 3 books in a period of 2 months. That's at one point of time when I look back and I say, how the hell did I do it? But all this was possible. Age can become an advantage. Please understand, the life-changing realizations for me are that age is a big, big advantage. Let nobody tell you ever that your age is your disadvantage. Today, because of my experience, because I have done so many things, I have worked across small businesses, large businesses, agencies, non-profit organizations. I have seen so many things that have come from experience, that what I called is I have built what is called as marketing intuition. I know things before the research will tell you. I can spot trends. I can observe and look at things. These come from experiences. I can hit the ground running in any organization, any business challenge that I pick up. And this is something that's really I have turned my age into my advantage. And please let nobody tell you that your age is your disadvantage. Age is your big advantage, provided also that you always stay curious. Always stay curious. I'm constantly curious. I'm constantly wanting to learn something new. Like just recently, I picked up this AI voice cloning, and I wanted to clone my voice and learn the whole idea of how the whole thing works. I'm constantly curious like a child. Bring that childlike curiosity in yourself. There's a big learning that I have got. This is a realization. Reinvention, again, the one more important thing is not a one-time exercise. I had to pivot multiple times. So many times businesses failed as many times as they succeeded. And at every stage, there was a learning. I had to pivot. Reinvention is a constant process. That's the second big thing that I have learned. And freedom from seeking approval is the next one. I don't seek approvals of what I want to do. It is my life. I'm going to live it the way I want to. I'm not waiting for your approval to tell me. I'm not waiting for any boss to tell me. I'm not waiting for anyone to tell me what's my next step. What should I be doing? I am not seeking approvals. I am not looking up to somebody else to tell me how to live my life. Actionable steps for you. At this end of this video, I want to leave you. Start small. Don't just start something big and you don't even start. Start small. Anything that you want to pick up small and start. Begin. Just do it. Build a support system. Very important that you build your support system. I've said this earlier. I keep on repeating this. The support system is really important. Prioritize your self-care because your health and you are very important. Stay curious, as I constantly tell. Keep on that curiosity alive. Why 60? Why 70? Just keep that curiosity to learn something new. Don't let that curiosity inside you die. And embrace failure. Failure is not something that is bad that you're thought over. You need to reprogram your mind that failures are bad. Failures are just learnings that improve you. Even a diamond, before it shines, it has to be cut. It has to be shaped. It has to go through fire. You have to go through this process of difficult times, that challenging period, before the diamond in you starts to shine. So there will be failures. Nobody has learned cycling just on the day one. You have to fall for you to learn. You have to get that hurt for you to learn that idea of balance. What does it mean in cycling? Same thing. You need to embrace this failure. Take it as a badge of honor. I want to ask you all, if you have seen this video, what is it that is the hardest part of reinvention according to you? Is it the money part of it? Is it the comfort zone that is there? What in your mind is your most difficult part of reinvention? Share in the comments. I read all the comments. And if you do like what I've shared today, please subscribe to my channel and do share this. I'm being selfish out here to say that, very clearly, that I want to keep on sharing. If you really like what I'm sharing, Do subscribe to my channel. If you think this is going to help somebody else, please do go ahead and share this video with others. I invite you to participate in this journey of the second act. Remember, 40s, 50s, 60s, nothing. Time is not, your age is not what decides what you can do in life. It is your attitude that's going to allow you to do what you want to do in life. And on the other side of fear is where you will find life. How did you like this video? Please share, and I would love to know.